Hey, what is up, everybody? All right, so I know I didn't really give much notification for this video. It is a Friday. Sorry about yesterday. My Wi-Fi was just not wanting to work, so we had to move the fat video, part 4 of 7 today. So today's gonna be a little bit quicker. Main reason is fat. It's just fat. There's really not too much around it. There's a way I could get really technical and science behind the fat, but there's really just no need to know that, at least not at this point in your life. If you're just trying to live healthy, do all that stuff, feel better, and have enough energy. I don't need to go deeply into the science, so if it's okay with you, I'm just not going to go super deep into the science because it's really not that exciting and you don't need to know it to live a healthy life. All right. But what I am about to do, I'm going to share a story about evil marketing with fat, the purpose of fat, why we actually do need fat into our body, how much fat do we need in the body. Of course, I'll show you the food list that I personally use and the clients that get the best results use. And all of that stuff as well. All right. So this won't be quicker than the other ones, but I'm really excited about tomorrow's video. Do not miss tomorrow's. It's going to really so the last 2 days, we talked about protein and carbs. Today we're talking about fat. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to put all 3 of those together into an actual meal plan and really, just kind of combine it together so you could do the best for you. All right. So diving into it. I have a story to tell you guys. So, as you watched in the first video, kind of like my background, I didn't grow up the healthiest person. I didn't have any health or fitness or nutrition advice from my parents or any kind of mentors at all. And so, I went to the movies a lot with my mom. So which is probably why I still like chick flicks and rom-coms and all that stuff today. But I would go to the movies, I don't know, at least once a month, maybe a little bit more with my mom. And every single time I would go to the movies, I would want a pack of Red Vines. And throughout the whole movie, every single time I would eat the entire pack of Red Vines. And I would feel good about it, thinking like, oh man, these Red Vines aren't even that bad for me. I could eat them, not gain any weight. And at this point, I was chubby and I definitely wasn't fit or anything like that. So in my mind, and I thought that I was eating these Red Vines thinking that they were, I don't know if I thought they were good for me, but I definitely didn't think they were bad for me. And so here I am, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, probably 16, maybe 17, eating a whole pack of Red Vines thinking that it's not bad for me. Now, why would I, a teenager, think that eating candy, like saying it back, it sounds crazy, eating candy wouldn't be that bad for me? And the reason is the same mistake that so many people make all the time when they look at nutrition labels, they look at packaging, they look at everything. What does it say on Red Vines right there on the front? 0 fat. It has 0 fat. So here I am, a teenager knowing nothing about nutrition, eating Red Vines, thinking it's not that bad for me and that I wouldn't gain weight from it and all of this stuff as well. And so this starts off with the whole evil marketing. Don't read what's on the front of packages. Don't take a marketer's word that something is healthy for you. They know what triggers human beings. They get paid a lot of money to market to you because they pay them a lot of money thinking that you're going to buy it, which will make the company a lot of money. So they research 8, 10, 12, 16 hours a day on the way humans think, what's going on in popular culture, and markets that towards you. Again, kind of the example I used with carbs, where all of a sudden people were gaining weight. And so the first thing that people started attacking was fat, right? If you eat fat, you're going to gain fat, right? No, that's going to be in our myths. But it's commonology, right? If I eat fat, I'm going to gain fat. And so the first thing that people did and what the market started pushing was 0 fat, 0 fat, 0 fat, everything fat free, fat free, fat free. And guess what? the nation got fatter. And then, so what happens? Like, okay, so maybe it's not fat. Let's attack carbs, zero carbs, keto, Atkins, all of that stuff. And so people stopped eating fat, and now they stopped eating carbs as much. And guess what happened? The population got fatter. And so now they're starting to kind of get closer to everything, where they're saying, all right, you need more protein in your diet, things like that. Have a balanced nutrition, all of that stuff. And nothing against the people high up top trying to do this. I can't imagine trying to make a plan for billions of people that everyone could follow along simply, but it's just not what it is. You're different than the person next to you. And so hopefully with this, you could actually customize your nutrition plan to you, what fits your goals and your lifestyle. All right. So number one is don't believe the marketing ever. Do your own research. Look at the nutrition labels, and don't look at the front of the packages. Look at the back of the packages and see what is actually in it. If you can't pronounce stuff in it, you probably shouldn't be eating it, right? Eat fruits, vegetables, chicken, eggs, like regular food. The best thing that I've heard is, and you probably heard too, is shop on the outsides of a grocery store. Why? Because that usually there's nothing in packages on the outsides. But once you go inside those aisles, everything is packaged together with who knows what in it. All right. So going to the main thing of this whole topic, like, why do we need to eat fat? All right. So I'm just going to read this from, I forgot what it's from. It's from Smart People. I think it was like the Nutrition Board, US board. Dietary fats are essential to give your body energy and to support cell growth. They are also help protect your organs and help keep your body warm. Fats help your body absorb some nutrients and produce important hormones too. Your body definitely needs fat. All right, so fat is extremely important for our body, so do not cut out fat. If you don't get enough fat in your diet, you may notice symptoms such as dry rashes, hair loss, a weaker immune system, that's kind of important these days, and issues related to vitamin deficiency. To help maintain good health, most of the fats you eat should be monounsaturated or polysaturated fats. So that's going into the science part. Don't worry about that stuff. But if you do see like the words monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats, those are the healthier fats. And the bad fats are what's called the trans fats. All right. But that's really all you need to know with that. Eat more monosaturated and polyunsaturated, eat less trans fat. So it's really important. Also, what fat does, it helps us absorb nutrients, as it said. Like fat and carbs help us absorb protein. Fat helps us absorb like B vitamins and C vitamins and D vitamins into our body. So if we don't get enough fat, doesn't matter if we have vitamins or not, our body's not going to absorb it properly. All right. And really the biggest myth about fat is people think fat makes you fat, and it doesn't. It just really doesn't. Fat is just super important. Going into what fat to eat. All right. So again, like I said, this one's going to be short. There's really not too much to talk about fat other than don't be scared of it. More people have concerns with protein and carbs. Fat is just that thing kind of there. Like, should I eat it? Should I not? Yes, eat it. Eat the healthy stuff. I guess I'll go into that right now. So what fats to eat? Here we go. Peanut butter. Like I mentioned under protein, it's not a protein source, it's a fat source. Pretty much any kind of almond butters, nuts, whatever it is. Oils, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, grass-fed butters even okay, avocados, any nuts, and things like that. All right, so stick with the healthy fats and you're going to be okay. And so how much fat should you have? This should be anywhere from 20 to 35% of your total calories. So again, if we're breaking it all down, and I'm going to go really into depth to this tomorrow, it's going to be one of the most fun ones and probably the most important ones for you to watch, is protein is anywhere from could be 30 to 40% of your total calories. Your carbs was 45 to 65. And so your fats are anywhere from 20 to 35. So if you're on a 2,000 calorie diet, that's anywhere from 44 grams to 77 grams of fat per day. Now, this is where, the moment you start kind of being intentional with your macronutrients, which is your carbs, protein, and fat, you're gonna realize you really can't eat out too much anymore, right? Anywhere you go out to eat is loaded in fat. And again, I'll show you why that's tomorrow. But the main reason is there's more than double the amount of calories in fat than there are in carbs and protein. So that's why usually when you go out and you look at the calories next to it, it's like 1,000 plus calories per meal, because there's a lot of fat in there. Even a healthy meal has a lot of fat in it when you go eat out, because they want to load it with butter and load it with a bunch of stuff so it tastes good. So you keep coming back, right? And so that's kind of the main things with fat. So again, I know this one was really short. Hopefully you learned something. If not, at least it was short for you. But please, if you have any questions about fat, just comment down below. I'll answer them all. But the main thing is, fat does not make you fat. Eat the healthy fats, which is from the list that I just showed you. And then have about 20 to 30% of your total calories from fat. So for example, I eat like 2,500 calories right now. My fat is around 50 grams a day. All right. So I can't go out and eat and have a burger from In-N-Out because it's like 70 grams of fat. But every time I want to treat myself, of course I do. But if I want to stay within my goals, all right. So eat healthy and you're going to be fine. Have a wonderful Friday. Peace.